Hello everyone, and welcome back to Game Break, the full coverage writer's presentation where we explore the plot behind some of our favorite video games. Will here, returning as Subject Delta as we finally make a mad dash to get out of Rapture now that we've reunited with our daughter Eleanor, who has become a big sister. More muscle, more power. We're gonna need it because you know Sophia isn't going to let us go without a fight. Uh-oh. Looks like trouble.
Subject Delta, I know you can hear me. You have stolen my life's work, and with it, my only daughter. But Rapture is the house of monsters. The surface will not have us. And now, we shall be buried as a family, side by side.
Oh God, she's going to drop this building into the trench. It's miles deep. We have to find Sinclair.
Yep, Sophia Lamb is definitely crazy. No doubt about that.
Alone and afraid. Stand in our way, and you'll get the same.
That's right, Eleanor. So Sophia, and not surprisingly, Sophia Lamb put her life's work before her own daughter, but then again, her daughter was just a means to an end. Always was. But I don't necessarily want to be buried at the bottom of a trench. So now we have to find Sinclair and get the fudge out of here. Come on, Eleanor. Let's go.
Upstairs, Father. Quickly.
You don't have to tell me twice. Behind these walls lies perfection. I think that's where we came from.
This is Sinclair's lifeboat, Father. Out the window here. It's our only chance of escape. From what I know of Sinclair, he wouldn't just abandon it.
Yes, Delta. What of Sinclair? The man who would sell paradise. And where is he now?
Warning. A security curfew is now in effect. All cells and bulkheads are sealed until further notice.
Super.
This facility hangs over an ocean trench, Delta. The family has activated timed charges within its foundations. Surrender before detonation, or we shall fall and be crushed in the abyss below.
Mother has locked all of Persephone down, including the gangway leading to the lifeboat. We can reverse it from the holding wing if we hurry. Come on!
Well, sounds like someone laid all her cards on the table.
Use the plasmid if you need me, Father. I'm going to have a look around.
Cool. That's where we go. Yeah, it seems like Sophia Lamb has put all her cards on the table. I don't know where Sinclair is, though, but it sounds like Sophia does. And of course, she probably captured her, since she did put out an all-points bulletin to capture the poor man. He must be somewhere in here, and we're going to need to find him in order to get out on his lifeboat. And we're going to have to do it before the timed charges blow.
Emergency. Subject Delta has escaped. Eleanor Lamb has turned on her own people. Stand and fight, or the Rapture family falls together.
Yep, she's inciting all of Rapture against us now. Not surprised.
Predator insects. Swarms hide in expired enemies, awaiting further prey.
Well, that just sounds insidiously fun. And helpful now.
Think bigger. Throw objects at higher speed or more damage.
Never hurts to strengthen the mind as well as the body.
You can hack that door open, Father. Give it a go.
I'm going. Oh.
We have to get you out of Rapture, Father. It's the only way I can save you now.
I don't know what that was, but I didn't like it. Oh. And that sounds bad. Lamb knows the way. Yeah. To insanity.
Looks like Sinclair's been ousted. He wasn't slick enough to avoid the boot this time. But at least it wasn't a firing squad. Lamb proved she's got the ear of the general population down here. So it'd probably be prudent to play along for a while. See where this goes. She says she'll let me keep my little fiefdom here in holding. As long as I agree to help supply her therapy sessions. No qualms there. These sorry buggers could use some rehabilitation.
Interesting. So it sounds like Sinclair may have at once been in charge of this whole place. Which explains a lot of things, like why his lifeboat is here and how he was able to supply people. He was in charge of the prison until Eleanor Lamb had him kicked out. Real people mugshots. Probably the developers. Nice touch. Alrighty.
Beginning admission sequence.
I'm sure this will go well.
Don't you recognize Sinclair, Delta? Now he is what you should have been. One final Alpha series, ready to die for the family. As Persephone's former owner, he is the ideal man to put you back in your cage.
Oh no.
Mother's controlling Sinclair, Father, and he's got the master key. Catch him!
Oh, not good. That bitch.
Kid, Lamb's in my head. I can't help myself. Have to fight just to talk. Left me my goddamn tongue to torture the bomb codes out of me. She wants me to stop you leaving. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Sinclair. It's all Lamb's fault. And I'll make sure she pays.
This place is the absolute definition of despair. Here we are, locked away from the outside world, suspended over a pit with no hope of release. And what's our charge? Ryan has no room for differences of opinion in his precious Rapture. I hope the whole place comes crashing down around his ears.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured this place was used for. I'm sure when it was originally built it was intended to be a simple prison for actual convicts, but it turned into more of a political prison where anyone who objected or spoke out against Ryan inevitably ended up. Not surprised in the least. Again, I am a little surprised to learn that it was Sinclair who was originally in charge of this place, but... well... I guess it is what it is. There was probably something about it in the past I'm just not remembering, but oh well.
Eleanor, I know you can hear me. I am inside Sinclair's lifeboat now. Delta cannot reach me here, but you can. You need not die with him. We shall return to the surface together, if you will only step inside and accept your duty. Remember, Eleanor, Mummy loves you.
Ah, yes. Mother's testing me. One last game. Fortunately, by now, I'm the world's foremost expert at breaking her rules. I've made my choice, Father, and if needs be, I'll die for it.
That a girl, Eleanor. And honestly, despite what Sophia Lamb said, I'm not so sure she's actually capable of love. Not for an individual person. And she definitely doesn't have any real love for Eleanor.
Kid, I'm sorry. I've locked you in here. Lamb's making me dance on her goddamn strings. I can't stop. You're gonna have to break in here and put me down. Wish there was another way, but I'd rather die a man than live like this.
I'm so sorry.
God, he's right, Father. Mother's betting you'll die in here, or that I'll abandon you before the bombs detonate. We can't save Sinclair now. We need that key from him. Find the code to the watchtower, or work out a way to draw him out.
I'm so sorry, Sinclair. You were nothing but a friend and ally to me, and now it's come to this.
I heard that. Son, I built this place, and I did rent you out to those plasma trials up at Fontaine. And now I'm paying for it. Wish I had time to make amends. Take the lifeboat. It's all yours. Just don't leave me like this.
Suppose that would make sense. According to Stanley Poole, we were... the man who was formerly Subject Delta, or before he was Subject Delta, rambling a bit here, was sold out to Ryan and sent to this place as a prisoner. Just like Eleanor Lamb was. And then, of course, we were sold out and sent up to Fontaine's to be experimented on, and that's how we became a big daddy. But it's hard to really just blame Sinclair. Everyone was doing the best they could to survive as their own down here.
I caught a glimpse of the warden entering the code to the tower today. Last two digits were 7 and 3. Didn't catch the rest. Maybe I can just figure it out, trial and error. Wonder how long that'd take.
Good, son. That's half the code. Now find the rest.
It's a start. It's definitely a start.
Maintenance tunnel, yes. I remember. That could get you near enough to lure me out. Try it, kid. Hurry.
So it looks like there's a secret maintenance tunnel through the pay toilets. So if I can't find the rest of the code, at least I have another path.
Free will, Delta. Eleanor's gift to you. And with each decision, you twisted her into your own image. Sinclair has no such choice. Yet in its absence, he serves the world unerringly. He is now the better man.
Only by your definition, lady. See, she would rather people have no free will and questionable world peace than people able to decide their own fate. And that's just wrong. Right, that must be the pay toilets, but let's see if I can't find the other code.
Hey, Murphy, it's Dodge. A little birdie told me you found out the warden's code. Send a message to my cell in Block A, telling me where you hid the code. and I'll consider your debts paid.
Alright, so the code's around here somewhere. Just have to find it.
The Warden's ignored my warnings for far too long. I'm taking this into my own hands. I secured a hack tool to nullify his turrets and subvert the bots. I also figured out the code. It's 2-6.
Good enough.
When you do me in, kid, don't blame yourself. I won't be able to stop from trying to gun you down, but it helps to know that you'll stick it to Lamb after, and let young Eleanor see the sun. That's the full code, kid. You've done it now. Now just come on in here and put me down easy.
Will do, Sinclair. Not that I want to, but I will. A lot of butterflies. I wonder if that was Sophia's cell. Oh. Well. This wasn't Sophia's cell. That man was a believer. And this man clearly gave up.
It's time to leave this place. I held out hope for months that I'd see my family again, but it seems like this rope is my only ticket to freedom. I'm sure Ryan has seized the bookstore. No telling where Gloria and Billy will have to live. Can't seem to form a complete thought anymore. Can't sleep with that glow coming in the windows. Things out there watching us.
Do you not see, Delta? You were a thing of beauty when first we met. Non-conscious, yet utterly vital to your city. The flaw was only in your master's intent. It is an error we have corrected in Sinclair. He is bonded to the entire family.
Not by choice. I feel bad for that poor man. Clearly a prisoner of Andrew Ryan's for speaking out against him. And all he could do left with his life was end it. It was the only freedom he'd ever find. Alright, Sinclair. As much as I hate it, I'm coming in for you. Try to make this as quick and painless as possible.
Sinclair is moving, Father. Track him down. We need that key.
So long, kid. Thank you.
Sinclair is dead, Father. I'm so sorry. I don't know if you were close. Now, Father, I'm afraid that ending the lockdown means releasing all the prisoners. So please, be ready before you use that key on the override switch.
Will do, Eleanor, but first, I'm so sorry this had to happen to you, Sinclair. I know I had been worried about Sinclair betraying us, but I didn't think it would be like this.
Lamb's attention seems to have drifted from my prisoners to her daughter. Guess she figures they're irredeemable. Now I got guys clamoring for the next fix of Adam, and I've got to pull teeth to squeeze any out of the good doctor. Guess I'm lucky her treatments kept them too weak to storm the tower, or they'd have my guts for garters.
I feel like that's just more proof about how easily Sophia Lamb can just completely forget about it and ignore an experiment when something else comes along. She was doing all this work for these people, and then as soon as a new, more promising idea comes around, she just completely abandons it. and leaves everyone to their fate.
Override engaged. Ending security curfew. Sealing security office temporarily.
At least we're safe in here.
Sinclair died a hero of the Rapture family, Delta. Was he a friend to you, or just a tool? Can you even grasp the difference? And Eleanor, you have chosen Subject Delta over your mother, your people, and the duty of your birth. So be it. You believe this craft will carry Delta to safety, like a spoilt child with a new toy. I have no choice but to take it away.
Curfew lifted. All cell blocks open. All bulkhead seals released.
Oh no. Mother's turned her attention to the lifeboat. We must go there, now!
Yeah, Mother's a little crazy. She is blind, is what I want to say. She has her beliefs, and they are 100% right, and she believes herself infallible in all of this. And cannot seem to comprehend that Eleanor wants no part of this, and that we're just trying to help Eleanor be free. It's... I don't want to say sad, it's more frustrating. I feel like trying to have a discussion with Sophia Lamb right now would be like talking to a brick wall that tries to outsmart you every step of the way.
Every moment tears Eleanor further from me, Delta. Soon, this father obsession will end her. You have left me without want. Before you die, I will take all that you hold dear. Sinclair is just another body in your wake.
She just does not sympathize with us at all. And frankly, it feels like now, if she can't have paradise, no one can. And all must die. Because apparently to her, living a life of freedom is not worth living at all. Again, it's kinda sad. But also mostly incredibly frustrating. Uh-oh.
I was afraid of this. Mother has bombed out the ballast compressors, Father. The lifeboat will be too heavy to launch. Unless... let me think.
Well, that's not good.
I think I can boil away the water and get the lifeboat to rise, but I can't generate that much heat alone. It's time to recruit the rest of Mother's little sisters. We're taking them with us. Head to the pediatric wards.
I like this plan. This sounds like a potentially good plan. It'll be good to get the little sisters out of here, and if we can use their help, all the better.
I won't let her take you from me again, Father. Hold on.
Ooh, definitely don't like that. Reminds me what happened at the end of BioShock 1. What with the slowly dying and all. At least my max health doesn't seem to be just dropping for no reason. That I didn't appreciate. I see that ball rolling over there. I'll get over there. You be patient.
This is not a sermon. I will offer no insight. Every word I speak, you already know.
Okay then. Of course she's running that in the therapy wing. Gotta love the subtle brainwashing. Of course she wouldn't call it brainwashing, she'd probably call it enlightenment or something like that.
Mother's people are starting to detonate the charges. We don't have long.
Tell me about it. I do not want to end up at the bottom of a mile-deep trench underneath the ocean. Nope. chair straps in the therapy wing. What kind of therapy were they doing down here? This is definitely probably just another brainwashing section.
My father was a physician. He raised me not to echo him, but to model the world as it ought to be. I was to teach a simple moral calculus. Each choice as though the world must bear it. Each life or death for the common good. He called it the triage imperative, and would laugh without smiling.
Alrighty then, so I guess we're learning that Sophia Lamb was screwed up right from the start. Sheesh. I mean, the common good is all well and good, but individual goals are also pretty important. A locked door. I don't have the key. Of course I don't have the key.
With this damn faulty memory of mine, I need to record a clue so I don't forget the key code. Brown legs, red mouths, blue arms, green eyes. Now to secure this lock somewhere.
Oh dear. Oh hey, paintings. Looks like that door code is hidden in a puzzle. This may take a little bit of deciphering.
Now to secure this lock somewhere.
Alright, I get it. He's referring to the paintings. Now to just figure out exactly what the numbers are. There we go. That may have taken me a bit longer than it should have, but hey, I'm in. And not exactly the greatest reward I'd expect to find, but I suppose getting a bit extra ammo never hurt. And hey, a safe! With more ammo in it.
Utopia. Said aloud, it evokes heaven on earth. Yet the word means both good place and no place. An ideal, unreachable. Even in the naming of it, we refuse to believe. And yet, we will forever seek Utopia, driven always to want more, no matter how much we have. It is among the grandest of human ironies that our very drive to find Utopia has kept us from abiding there.
Food for thought, I suppose. I can't argue much with that one, which is probably why I, personally, don't desire a utopia. Just to be a happy life. What's going on in here? Hello, buddy. What's this? Oh. Got to see a pretty picture of a pretty lady, but we also electrocuted the dude, so my guess is this was some kind of, experiment about,
I will smile and act as such. Congratulations.
We're almost to the pediatric ward. I expect we'll be fighting our way inside.
Now think
always is a fight, and quiet, Sophia, I'm ignoring you. You're talking about psychobabble.
as such.
That experiment was probably a kind of,
Break down.
reward experiment to see if people would be willing to see nice pictures if it meant electrocuting someone else.
To the gene is part of the program. I submit the following conclusion. The gene is the enemy.
Yes, yes, Sophia, we know you all hate genes. You believe that everyone was born corrupt right in their genetic material, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Game Break. I want to thank you all for joining me once again. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe to our channel for more great videos from us at Full Coverage Writers. And until next time, get out there, be creative, and be awesome.